Hey guys, welcome to another Candidly LJC. That's me, Larissa JC. And well, there's no one else that can be. Why? Because my mother named me. It is vendor event day. I made it with some hiccups along the way, but I'm happy to be here. Let me show you my table. So this is how my table ended up. I done talked y'all heads off about this vendor's event in the last video, and it's a pretty slow event. It's not that much foot traffic here, but I haven't been doing too bad, so I guess that's a plus. And I just love the way this sign came out. Here are the beads. So I forgot this, and it goes into this hole to keep the beads up, and I had to go all the way back home. Well, Big Keith went all the way back home to get this because I had to have it standing all the way up to eye level. So I am happy that he was able to have time to go back and get those because he had to go to work. So he was helping me at the last minute, honey. So I've been working on being bold and vlogging here because it's so quiet. You can hear a pin drop. It's not really loud. Other events that I went to have had music going, sound really loud, and it's not that many vendors here. So I'm gonna kind of give you a wraparound of what's going on. See, there's not that many of us, but everybody has handmade stuff for the most part. Everybody has handmade stuff for the most part. So I've been kind of busy. I had a really great customer come to my table. I have another one here because they love the beads. They love the beads. And so yeah, let me go and see what's going on here with my customer. She walked away. So I try to stay standing. I try to stay standing up and ready and available for when people come around, because for the most part it looks like people have been coming to my table and like the table next to me. They sell sterling silver a lot. They've been going to those two tables a lot. So I'm like really happy with the fact that when people come in, they stop by and see my table. I had a feeling that it was going to be a smaller event, and that's what I wanted to do. I didn't really want to get overwhelmed with a lot of people at an event, but I did think it was going to be more people than this. However, I have had some troubles along the way, one being using my Square. I have an iPhone, but my Square card reader is for my Android, because when I bought the reader, I had an Android, but my son bought me an iPhone. And so now I have to manually type in the card numbers, and there's an extra processing fee for that. But let me show you something else. I didn't even use my chalkboard because I ran out of time last night to make like the verbiage on it, but my sign is so big. But I kind of wanted to use the chalkboard. But look at my sign though. So I really was like, okay, I think this will suffice, because I was gonna put the chalkboard right here. But since I got this sign too, I have this sign too, so I really don't feel like I need another sign, so that's good. Alrighty, so for the most part, like I'm gonna say, we got about 30 minutes left, and I did okay. I made my vendor feedback in a little bit. It's a really small vendors event, and what I was informed is that there is a school that is also holding a vendors event today, and that event is really, really big. And that could be a big reason why some people, like why we didn't have a lot of foot traffic, but also just because it probably wasn't advertised enough. So yeah, so I probably need to work on packing up. It's probably what I need to do. I'm just going to show you some of the stuff that was here. I wish some people could have bought more stuff, like some people could have showed up, but it is what it is. Some yummy cake pops. Oh, these look really good. some beautiful handmade blankets, repurposed. Oh, look at this fabric. I believe I have a scarf in this fabric. I love that. Beautiful bags. Take all our bags to Aldi's. It's Aldi bags. Cardstock. I love it. Let's see what else we have here. You about packed up, huh?
Yeah, I haven't sold anything, so
Look at this.
I move on.
I love this. How beautiful.
Well, thank you.
Is this your art?
Yes. Those are all of my original ideas.
Do you have a cancer in there? Look at these guys. Oh my.
You say you're Cancer?
Mm-hmm.
Let me show you what it looks like. It's got a peace sign on it.
Like that tattoo, that would be a fierce tattoo. Oh, I love this.
Oh, that doesn't have a peace sign on it. That's Aquarius. I did a peace sign on.
No, this is Cancer.
Yeah, that one's Cancer. No peace
Oh, you
sign.
did Aquarius on. Okay.
Yeah, I did the crab.
I love. Oh, you have.
Thank you. Thank you.
Wait a minute.
That was a lot of fun.
I'll be back. I'm coming for that. All right, so it is a wrap. We are breaking down. See, gym is empty now. Everybody is gone. So I have to put my waist beads up, and my aunt created something real cool for me for transportation of my waist beads. And it's this. And so you gotta slide this onto the waist beads, and I'm gonna show you, because before I had Kroger bags attached, and my aunt was like, no, she like crochets and knits and all of that and sews, and she was like, you're not about to be walking around with Kroger bags on your beautiful waist beads. And so she made me these. Let me show you. So it's actually a few days later. You hear that? They got all that going on outside. I realized that I didn't show you the bags that I use for protecting the waist beads that my aunt made me. So I wanted to show y'all that, because that's what I ended off with. These are the bags. Cute little bags to protect my beads that my auntie made me. I think they are so cute. And she was like, no, not Kroger. And so she made me these, because she didn't want to see those plastic bags on my stuff. My area is quite the mess, so I have to straighten up. I put all my stuff in this box, so now I gotta get everything out of this box and back into its place. And it's been 2 days and I still ain't felt like doing that. Some people who vend are lucky, because they have mentioned how they have like a trailer and they keep their stuff in the trailer. But that's just not something that I need right now, just because, I don't know, I don't think I have that much to fit into a trailer. But I do have to take everything out. I just feel like it's necessary for me to like count inventory. So yeah, I guess that's what I'm about to do right now. And it's something that I can't delay anymore, because it's been 2 days. It's Monday, and yeah, I got to get it done. I did want to kind of recap on my experience just a little bit, since I had not done a vendor's event in about a year. So yeah, I felt as though it wasn't that bad. Let me get y'all situated right here. I feel like if it's your first time doing a vendor's event, that would have been a perfect experience just for people, like for the nerves of it. sometimes it can be overwhelming if you're doing an event with a lot of people and you're new to it, because you want everything to go perfectly. And obviously everything ain't gonna go perfect, because it did not go perfect for me at all Saturday. For me, maybe because of the type of vehicle that I have, it's hard for me to transport my waist beads, because I have to take that whole like clothing rack with me. It's really like a clothing rack. You can use it for whatever you want to use it, but because it's top heavy, because I don't want to take my waist beads off, I want them all to stay on the hooks. It's top heavy, so I have to lay it down, and then it was falling apart. So really I had bought something fairly cheap, I guess, and I probably need to get something more sturdier that would be able to support the weight of the waist beads hanging on them at the top, because my rod did fall apart several times with me trying to take it there and bring it back home. So that's one thing that really got on my nerves. I didn't stage my table before I attended the event, and probably just in confidence and having already done 2 events, but I hadn't done one in over a year, and I wasn't sure how I was going to set up. I had bought all of these bracelet and necklace hangers. You saw them, I showed them to you earlier. And so I wasn't sure how I was going to set my table up. It actually really worked. It really worked out. You know, I shared that with you. And I think that staging your table, if you're new in the beginning, is really important. However, I was surprised at how low the foot traffic was for the event, being that the event organizer offers 3 events to attend as a package. And so I would think that if you're offering 3 events to attend as a package, that you would have more foot traffic at the event. The person who organized the event wasn't present, but that individual did have an assistant. So I think it's important for the person who organized the event to be present, because the people who paid to be there do want to like see who organized it. I think so. In the events that I've went to so far, which was only what, 2 prior to this, both the people who organized the event was present, and I appreciated the people who organized it to be there. So I think that that is important. I do think that it is important for you to be able to make your booth feedback when you attend the event. So I mean, it is laborious, so you definitely want to make a profit at the event, but for the most part, at the least, at the most, there should be enough foot traffic there for you to be able to make your booth feedback. And so I think foot traffic is important for that. I did do that, and I am appreciative of that. And then I also made a profit. So I feel as though I think that because I was able to sell my waist beads and my beaded bracelets, and I actually did make sales, I felt good about it. I don't know how I would have felt if I didn't make any sales whatsoever. I really felt like I wasn't going to make any sales, and it's so wild, and I'd be underestimating myself. And my table did get a lot of attention. Like, I'm going to say, a lot of people stopped by my table. That's what I want to say. A lot of people did stop by my table, and which sales came from that. And I met a lot of great people also while I was there. I was nervous to vlog there. I was, because it was not a lot going on. And I felt like if there was more people walking around, I would have just kind of got lost in the mix, and people wouldn't have really been paying attention to what I was doing. But because there was like not much going on at all, I felt like I would have been the center of attention in that gym. And I was not trying to be like, I was not trying to be her. I was not trying to be that one. Also, I wanted to make sure I had focus in on my table, because I did kind of missed out on maybe 2 people who had kind of stopped there while I was trying to vlog. So that's why I think it's important to have a second person there if you can to help you at your vendors events, because then that means there's always someone there at the table attentive to what's going on at the table. So that's another thing that I think is worthy to have, is an assistant. And sometimes those are hard to come by. I know, because I didn't have one. But I did have some people helping me before and after the event. So that's also very helpful as well. I can't say that I wouldn't do that event again, because the people that I met were really good. I felt like it was a great networking opportunity. I did kind of like stress myself out at the last minute trying to get ready, but I just desire more marketing from them, letting people know who's going to be present. Like, even though there's an event coming up, letting your audience know who's going to be there, what's going to be sold. I think that's valuable when you're organizing a show for people to bring their product to sell, and they're paying you to do that. And even though you cannot guarantee that people are going to come, but at least as the organizer, you have made effort into letting your audience know, letting the people know that this is happening, this here, and then this is who's gonna be there. You know what I'm saying? Just like a concert. You ain't gonna just be like, we're gonna have a concert this day and it's, you know, it's free to come in, but it's just gonna be a concert. You know what I'm saying? Who that's gonna be there? Who's performing? You don't know till you get there. Like, they might not even show up, because they're gonna be like, I don't even know who's gonna be there. And then the people who did come be like, man, it was a live performance, because, you know what I'm saying, the people who did showed up realized there was some really valuable vendors there. So, however, that's what I desire. That's the takeaway from it. And that's what I expected, just because, but I was okay with that because I ain't did it in a year. So I'm still new to this. Because let me tell you, I freaked out with my Square Reader. My Square Reader was not for an iPhone. It was for an Android. And so, yeah, I didn't have the proper Square Reader, so I had to type it in. So I was like manually typing in people's cards. And so the girl next to me, who was also vending, she was like, well, you can just do like tap to pay. And I didn't even realize it. I didn't even realize it was tap to pay until I seen it right there. I had like did a little mock sale, and I was like, oh, right there. So I don't know how that functions, but it is there. So that was a surprise for me. And also, I forgot the 2 knobs on the clothing rod that I use. I forgot the 2 knobs that allow it to stay up or down. Like, I took them out to transport it, and somehow, some way, I forgot them on the table and didn't pack them away. And so Big Keith had to come all the way home to get them and bring them all the way back. And I wanted to like not have to do that, and that happened. So that happened. That was like the little discombobulation that was working, that I had worked through. So I worked through it, even though I was like open and honest with the people who I was like, look, I don't have the little swipey thing for you. I have to manually put it in. And they was like really okay with that. And I let another individual type it in themselves. So yeah, that worked out for me. All in all, I did enjoy myself. So now I am eager to sign up for another event. So that's what I'm working on now, trying to figure out the next event that I'm going to do. And I don't want to still do one. I still don't want to do one too huge because I don't want to get overwhelmed, and I want to enjoy it and have fun while I'm doing it. So I want to make sure that I'm not overwhelmed while I'm experiencing this, and I'm okay with that. Like, I feel like I'm not in a race. I'm not rushing for anything, and I feel like the more momentum I gain, the better the outcome is going to be. So I'm going to go ahead and trust the Most High in this process and keep moving on his terms. Most importantly, wear some comfortable shoes. Wear some comfortable shoes, because you're standing, you're walking, you're moving about for hours. Even if you bring a chair, you want to stand because you need to talk to people. My knee hurts so bad, and it's been 2 days. It's been 2 days, straight days, tres, uno, dos, no, dos days. And my knee hurt. My knee hurt. And I wore some semi-comfortable like shoes. And yeah. Especially if you got a little extra cushion for the pushing, a little meat on your bones, wear some comfortable shoes, honey. It depends on who you are, but I suggest everybody wear some comfortable shoes.